Joe, a big week. You'll be at home this week with two teams that still have their eyes on the postseason,
yes.
beginning with the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. And one thing we know about them, they can pitch.
Yes, they can pitch. You look at Herron and Weaver and Santana, who just had a no-hitter and followed that up, I think, with a shutout or gave up one run. I mean, they can really pitch. And you know, you look at their offense. Vernon Wells has swung the bat better. Mark Trumbo, you know, obviously.
He could be Rookie of the Year.
Yes, he could. He swung the bat extremely well. And we all know Bobby Abreu's there. And they have those little guys that like to run all over the place, and Ibar and his tourists. So, I mean, they're a dangerous club, and they present their challenges.
And one of them's Peter Borges, who
yes.
he and Brett Gardner could have quite a race in the outfield if we set it up.
Yeah, it would be good. We won't be doing that because I'm sure Mike Scioscia, like myself, doesn't want one of our guys to pull a hammy.
Scioscia told me last time that you saw the Angels that if healthy, and I think they mostly are now, this could be his fastest team ever. From him, that's high praise, given that they're like a track meet when they're healthy.
Yes, and we did a pretty good job when we went out there keeping their running game to a minimum. And the one thing that I tell our pitchers all the time, don't get so caught up in that you start making mistakes with pitches and trying to hurry. You know, we got guys that can throw, and we can, you know, try to shut down the running game that way, and we can pitch out and do some things. But they're an aggressive club, and we know that.
What do you tell Russell Martin and Francisco Cervelli before facing a team like that?
Don't rush. Just throw the way you can throw, because if you rush, you're going to end up making a mistake and throwing it into center field. And instead of being on second, they're going to be on third.
Is your sense, Joe, I mean, the Angels certainly know they're in a race with the Rangers. As I said, they also probably have their eye on the wild card as well. So you'll see a very hungry Angels
yes.
team that wants to make up some ground.
I definitely think so. You know, the two teams, you know, if you look at us and the Red Sox fighting for our division, the two teams that are closest to us as a wild card are the Angels and the Rays, and that's who we're going to see this week.
Now, we talked about the Rays. They believe they can make a magical run because I think they have to believe that.
Yes.
Joe Madden instills that in them. Do you see the parts there that they could be a dangerous team in these last 2 months?
Well, I think when you look at their starting staff, you can say that they could make a run. They've already made a big run this year. They started off really slow and made a huge run, and they're capable of doing it. And so we know that those games are extremely important, just like the Angels, just like the Red Sox, and we'll be ready for them.
And just like they look at it as an opportunity to make up ground, you can distance yourselves this week
yes.
from two very important teams.
Yes, we can. And I think that's important because you never know what you're going to have to deal with later on in the season.